first one in the section. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga, woof. I'm a 88 pack nigga, woof. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker, change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood, trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. Let's bleed, shall we? Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Smash the like button, like and share the video. Hate on the video. Pull up, have a seat. You know, arch your eyebrows. Get mad at what I'm about to say or the questions I'm about to ask. If you can answer them, because I'm asking the question. Because I don't know. See, a lot of you have comprehension problems. You can read, but you can't comprehend. Just because you can regurgitate a bunch of words that you hear don't make you smart. Just because you can recite talking points you heard from somewhere else doesn't mean you know what you're talking about. All right? You don't even notice in the title there's 4 question marks there in the title. In the meme I made, there's 1 question mark. That means what? I'm asking a question. So anybody that has connections that Blue Blood Sports TV has, or any person that's for real, not a bunch of idiots speculating, feel free to enlighten me, because all the questions I've been asking since this Amazon Prime deal, it looks like the worst is happening. And watch this. I'm not wishing that. I want to see fights. I want to know what's going on. And how it's looking right now is that, hey, man, Canelo once again done outsmarted everybody. Because he could care less if the PBC folds. He got his money. That's what it's looking like. And if the PBC folds, so what? He's still a hot commodity. Because guess what? He can go anywhere. Queensberry, Matchroom, Top Rank. He could work with them on a consultant basis, right? Any of those names. Even Saudi. Even Saudi. Even Saudi. Even Saudi. Even Saudi. When I do that for a reason. Or he could retire. You don't need this crap. Benavidez, I don't need that. I'm going to Hall of Fame. Yeah, we're mad. We could be mad. But he can do it. If Canelo stops fighting right now, he's going to the Hall of Fame. Tank, not so much. I said last week, Tank and his fans worried about the wrong stuff. So belts don't matter. Right? And the Hall of Fame don't matter now, right? But you know what does matter? His bank account. Because according to what we're looking at, he's not fighting because his bread ain't right. And I'm asking, I thought his bread was right. There was certain people that told me he got his money up front. That's why I never spoke about it. It was like 240, so 240 million. Great. So what's all this ruckus about? Well, we're going to talk about it. Let's do this roll call. Mark Wunderlich, G. McCall, T.D. Harden, Mark Harrison, Rick Blackwell, Black Martial Arts Society. Go subscribe to my brother. Dow Big G, Mind of Monster, Musa, what's good? Mr. Shelton, Cameron Fields, Henry Hunter, Dial Alexander, Shogun, Brandon Shamar, the intelligent architect, the intellectual architect, excuse me. Andrew Gray, Ball Masters Football, King Bonnie, John Pounds, Chiquilla the Queen, KBG. Black Martial Arts Society says, I just realized something. The PBC failed because they invested in the MX and the other fighters instead of the black fighters. Yeah. Who on the PBC sells more than Spence and Wilder and Tank? Well, Canelo said, I ain't busting a move until you pay me. So, you know. And see, the thing is, Errol, you know, he ain't, listen, he don't need the PBC. Wilder is his own entity, right? Tank, if he's smart, if he's the face like he say he is, he could market himself. I don't know what the problem is. But it seems to be a problem because Houston, there is a problem. Rob Neal, my brother. MJ Total Health and Wellness. Joseph Curtis, main biker, my brother. What up? Seems to be a problem. Now, once again, we're here. You know, I was taking a crap on the event. I'm like, I'm not buying it. You know, I watch it on YouTube when it's over. You know, Tank is gonna win. With, you know, no disrespect to Lamont Roach, but he's gonna win. Same old, same old, same old. Because this is not the fight I wanted. If he was fighting anybody else, Devin Haney, Shakur, Teofimo, I would purchase it. Take my money. Why? I'm a consumer. But you have to give me something that I'm interested in. Now, the Tank fans are always late to class. You know what I'm saying? They're waiting for me to say something crazy. Or they're here, they just wait for me to say something crazy that they don't like. Show yourself now. Don't pop up later talking about, oh, what are you talking about now? What are you talking about Tank? Well, I'm talking about him right now. Because y'all were going to pay for this. Or, man, listen, the event is scrapped from what I understand. Things are subject to change. Rashad, what up? But as it stands right now, if you were going to Houston, you know, something was a little off. Normally, since the venue is secured, once the venue's secured and tickets go on sale, that's when people start booking hotels. So we had a venue for a second. We had an opponent. When the seats go on sale, everything was a little off. I didn't say anything. I was just watching. ES, salute, sis. Pete Davenport, salute. Everything was a little like, I was like, I didn't, you notice I didn't talk about it. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. Well, this was the problem. They're telling you that it's a venue issue. If venue was an issue and Tank is the face, he can't go over to the next city in Dallas. He can't go over to San Antonio. He can't go to the Staples Center in California. He can't come over to Brooklyn. They love him in Brooklyn. Baltimore is literally 2.5 hours from New York. Now, I know that the NBA season started, right? Right. Now, the date that he wants to fight, I don't know, maybe the Nets are playing. But pick another Saturday. Pick another Saturday. When they're on the road or something. Find out a Saturday when the Nets are not going to be there and fight over there. Or fight on a Friday, if you can. Hell, you're Tank Davis. You can fight in the middle of the week. Didn't Mike Tyson fight on a Wednesday? Soul Power, Slim Hussein, Sam Mack. Rod Neal says, I was looking on the Toyota Center website the whole time and I never saw any seats. I knew something wasn't right. And the Toyota Center is open on that weekend. It's strange, ain't it, brother? It's strange. It is strange. That was strange. Wasn't it? Wasn't that weird? Now, let me ask you a question. Did I once drag the event financially? Yeah, you know what, Pete? You ain't got to be disappointed in the brothers in Brooklyn. Because these are young kids, and the fans that are usually a little older, they're fans of a fighter. I mean, Anthony, what up? These fighters are unlike anything I'm used to. And that's the disconnect. That's why, I tell y'all all the time, people have to qualify to talk boxing with you. You know what I'm saying? And you have to apply that to life. You know, you ever been having a conversation and amongst of your peers, and someone interjects, and if you're my age, I'm gonna be 49 next month. If you're my age, the person that interjects doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. And then you realize, oh man, he's 22 years old. He hasn't lived life yet. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But he's on YouTube and he's going to different red pill spaces, because this has happened at work. The men were talking, the men who are married or divorced, who have life experience, literally almost 3 decades on this young man. And he interjects and he has these talking points, these weird red pill talking points, and he's goofing it all up. I'm like, yo, bro, Kevin Samuels said that, and you still got it wrong. He didn't mean that. What he meant was A, B, and C. Oh, you're talking something, you're saying something that Fresh and Fit said? No. You're saying what they said, but what does that mean? Okay, I heard when they said that, but what did that mean to you? And the definition is all wrong. And it's like, bro, calm down. That's not what they meant. And you have to stop your conversation to explain and educate the young man. And that's a problem when these dudes ain't got no real fathers. Because grown men are the red pill. All these dudes online talking, we've been saying this for decades. This has been barbershop talk, basketball court talk, gym talk, places where there were no women. These kids are in front of their Xbox all day. They're not outside. They're not socializing other than online. They don't know how to talk to girls. That's why they talk to them online. And then they think they can stand in a cipher amongst grown-ass men and contribute to the conversation. No. We had to stop the young man. We was like, whoa, what are you talking about? Oh, I know where you got that talking point, and it's wrong. It's wrong. He didn't qualify. Brother, you need to just sit back. You're talking amongst married men and divorced men. You don't qualify. You haven't lived life. You shouldn't even be mad at women. You should be out dating and getting your own experience and collecting your own data, because our experience is not yours. Some of it is good, some of it is bad. Some of us picked good, some of us did not. But don't even stand around and listen to us and make that your experience. My boxing experience in the sport as a supporter is not like these kids today. They're living swell right now if your experience is Tank Davis, but what happens if he loses badly? What happens if he goes broke in 10 years? Are you going to say, well, I've outgrown the sport? You're going to leave him hanging like that? This is how you fans are. There was a song on Onyx's first album it's called The Next Niggas. Just go listen to it. Just go listen to it. And that's you fans. Your fans until they start losing. Then you abandon ship. Where the AJ fans at? What happened to all the American AJ fans? Remember them? They used to be in my chat. They used to be there were a lot of British fans in BFTV chat, but there were some American ones. Where they at? What happened to him? Devin had a little bump in the road. There was niggas jumping off that bandwagon. I'm like, whoa. They don't even want to talk to us no more. I was like, oh, okay, all right. It's okay, go somewhere. Get out of here. Get out of here. Can't be scared of the clap back. Either you support someone or you don't. I support the sport, and I do support some fighters more than others for reasons I'm very transparent about. Love the sport, not the fighters. Because y'all look like do you understand the meme now? You see the women behind Tank? Those are his fans. Hit them up, 1-800-CHICKS-WITH-DICKS. Todd French in that super chat, he said, I have one question. Is this the case of the PBC knowing their worth, or a case of Tank knowing his worth? You predicted this a while back. Drew. Hashtag predicted. Exactly. I said it last night, and I'm going to ask y'all again. The word on the block is there's no money for Tank. First of all, Black Gun Owners Magazine, Copper, what up? King Bonnie, Tiago, Ratchet, what's good? I wasn't even thinking about him because I was told, he said mates with meats, goddamn. I was told he was paid his $240, $280 up front. So I didn't question it. I said, all right, they gave him that bread. He has a 7-fight deal. All right, one fight was Frank Martin, right? Cool. The next fight was who? Lamont Roach? Well, he tried to get Loma. Loma said, go to hell. You know what? I'm starting to think if this is true with the finances, I'm starting to think that Loma knew that too. Back end money? No. You pay Loma straight up. You pay him $250 million. Stormy, salute. Todd Swindle, salute. I want my $20 million. No back end money. I'm Lomachenko. Now I'm starting to think his money wasn't right. Remember we were speculating, did they try to lowball Loma or something? We didn't know. We didn't know anything because we knew Tank got paid. That's what we thought. So maybe there's a reason why Loma, he said money don't move Loma. We didn't move his ass to the ring. So I was a little confused. All I know, I said, all right, I ain't gonna look too deep. Loma ducked him. That's what I said. Loma ducked him. I also said, y'all paid more attention to what Devin is doing and what he's going through with Ryan than Loma ducking y'all. That didn't make any sense, but whatever. So Loma ducked, and now he's looking at Lamont Roach, who's he's a weight down south from him. I don't like it. A lot of people don't like it, but fine. Y'all, fuck it. Y'all like it. Whatever. They're going to Houston. I didn't understand why he's going Mr. Shelton, man, bro. Yeah, whatever, bro. I don't even know, bro. I don't even know, bro. Whatever, man. It's crazy stuff out here. It's a crazy world. Tay D, what up? I didn't understand why they were going to Houston, but I'm like, Tank a star, okay. And then they threw Jamal Charlo on there. And I said, okay. And they say he's fighting Boo Boo Andrade. I said, okay, all right, okay. And then something happened. Then it was talking about the venue wasn't secure. And I'm like, how's that possible? How's that possible? Then I start hearing, they're going to try and throw Benavidez and David Morrell on the undercard. Y'all heard that? Did I mishear that? Did y'all not hear that? Todd French in that super chat, he said that Saudi money looking real good right now, right, Hunter? Bro, we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. Did y'all hear that or did I mishear that? Let me know if I'm wrong. Did I hear that we're considering throwing David Morrell and David Benavidez on that card? Angel said yes. And I'm like, that's a card in itself. Morrell and Benavidez don't need to fight on a Tank card. And then I'm like, man, that's a little too much. They need to spread that out. I'm buying that event. Prime is going to get my money for that event. But they have to get a return on investment. You're doing too much on one card. Shouldn't you spread that out? As a matter of fact, if the cards are played right, you might be able to get, and this is a reach, you might be able to get a pay-per-view out of Maul and Andrade. Maybe. And push that off in Houston. Maybe. I'm not sure. But I'm like, why are they trying to throw all those fights on that card? Sounds like they're trying to compete with Saudi. But Saudi, you get organic outcomes. You train, you fight, and hope for the best. I told y'all, Ajit Caballera's on a 2-fight win streak. Knockouts. Whew. Go figure. Joseph Parker. is on his A game right now. It's happening, man. It's bomb squad all day, but Zilly Zhang is on top of his game right now. Things are just happening. They're just ending up like that. It's man down over here, but Errol can't get in the ring. Why? It's looking like there's no bread over there. That's what it's looking like. What was that movie with Russell Crowe when he played Braddock, the boxer? Ravens Nation, salute. Remember that? You remember, I think it was his manager in Braddock. It was going through the Great Depression. He had no food or whatever. And he ran up on his manager, and his manager was living like in this nice house. And when he bust in the door, there was like no furniture in the house. There was no food in the cupboard. But they just lived there. All flash, but no cash. That's the 70s term, y'all. Cinderella Man. Thank you, Angel. Cinderella Man. That's what it was. That's what the PBC is looking like right now. Now, this is not hate on Tank. It's really not. I'm just asking a question because as far as we're concerned, the fight was happening. I just didn't like the fight. Now we're talking about something else. Uh-oh. Tank ain't going to the ring because there ain't no venue. How could that be? It's Tank Davis. He a star. How could that be? And according to what Blue Blood's uncovering, he says, don't believe that. It's about the money. They push back. They push back Errol's fight with Fundora. Do we have a date for that? Now he might not get in the ring until 2025. And they told my man he might retire. It's going to be 2 years he ain't been in the ring. And then it makes you wonder. When he put out that tweet in reference to him and Bud, I feel like I'm being played. And then when Bud sat there, what I thought was a train wreck, and now looking back, I'm like, you know what? Maybe Bud wasn't so crazy. Maybe we pegged him all wrong. Because when he sat down and spoke to Errol, I remember when they said we tried to get the fight done before, we just couldn't figure out how to do it. And then when they returned to the table, I guess they figured out how to do it. Because Bud wasn't complaining about money and neither was Errol. Errol wanted to fight. And so did Bud. But Bud said something in that interview. Looking back now, I believe him. He said, Al told me I'm not letting anybody near this fight. Remember that? I said, oh, sheesh. And then Errol followed up with, I feel like I'm being played. Everyone thought that he was talking about Bud. He was talking about the PBC, man. You remember when Floyd Mayweather said that fight's not happening until I announce it? Y'all didn't find that strange? He doesn't do business with Bud. He does business with Al Heyman at the time, and he doesn't really work closely with Errol. So I was like, what is this? What is this? I didn't understand. Now I do. They were hustling the people. So y'all can call Blue Blood a liar. Y'all can get mad at Fred Hawthorne all you want. You know what it's looking like? Y'all just got to say, yo, man, I think the brothers was right on that, man. I don't have to like you, but when you're right, you're right. You know what else is going to hurt your feelings? Well, it's not going to hurt my feelings because y'all know I don't like Tank. Rick Glasser, as it turns out, was right about Tank. He was right about his star power. That's why I put Canelo up here. I do these memes for a reason. Remember there was a big old argument, who's the face of boxing? Canelo, Tank, Canelo, Tank. I'm just looking at it. You know what you can say about Canelo? He has a country behind him. Y'all don't like that, do you? Because Baltimore ain't enough. Todd French in that super chat salute, he said the PBC should co-promote with Turkey Al Sheikh. #Cook. Well, Tank had a chance to work with Turkey, $50 million. And now they're offering him 3 at the PBC and back-end money. That's the word. And he's like, no, I'm not even getting in the ring. Now, Tank fans, I just have a question. Tank is worth more than $3 million to step into the ring? You know his back-end money is going to be crazy, but he's not worth $3 million? Pete Davenport. Pete Davenport in that super chat, much love, heavy. He says, this is an example of throwing money away because when Canelo and Tank gotten these big money contracts, the best fights for them should have been set up like the Super 6 when you have to fight the best. And I agree with that, Pete, 100 million. There's no way you just throw a bag at these dudes without the guarantee that they're fighting their contemporaries. At least 3 of them. Now, Tank has 7 fights. 4 of them I would totally pay for. 4 of them. Shemaine, salute. Dill Spoolie. And Stormy, I agree with that. They wouldn't have agreed. Hey, Canelo, we got 300 million for you. But you have to fight David Benavidez, right? Win or lose. If you want to fight Bivol in the rematch, we'll get you that. And you have to fight David Morrell or Beterbiev, whoever's on top by the time you get done with those fights. So that's 100 million for 3 fights. He'd say no. Ramel, what up? He'd say no. Because you know why? He could retire right now and go to the Hall of Fame, and he has millions in the bank. Canelo is fine right now. And this is what I was telling the Tank fans. I'm not even like clowning hard this morning. The word is it was $3 million up front. Get your ass in the ring. And he's like, no. So I'm asking the Tank fans, is he worth $3 million to get in the ring? He's not worth that? I mean, he'll get back in money, or will he? Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach. Tickets on sale now. Buy on Amazon Prime, $80. Who's Lamont Roach? And I'm not disrespecting the fella. What I'm saying is, we're talking about marketability here, right? Only a Tank fan that loves him is going to pay $80 to support him. I'm telling you, I'm not doing it. I already told you who I'd pay for. I'd pay for Tank versus Tio, Tank versus Shakur, Tank versus Devin. Hell, Tank versus Andy Cruz. Tank versus El Rayo. And man, listen, that was the most disgusting thing right there. He was going to rematch Isaac Cruz. I didn't want that. He beat him already. You don't have to go backwards, Tank. Why are you going backwards? And then El Rayo beat him. And then they went to El Rayo, and his team responded saying, yo, look, we are a champion at 140. We're not going to 135. El Rayo did to Tank what Badu Jack did to Canelo. Canelo hit Badu Jack up and said, hey, man, how about a fight for that cruiserweight belt you just beat Makabu for? Oh, yeah, I want a Canelo payday. What's up? Yeah, how about come down 18 pounds, put your belt on the line, we can still fight. F you and go fight Benavidez. That's how it went, y'all. Did y'all know that? And I said, I'm so glad that this dude didn't sacrifice his integrity and his title for money. Because all Canelo was doing was trying to pad his legacy. He was trying to fight Makabu. Remember that? We were like, who is Makabu? All we know is that he was a cruiserweight champion, a WBC cruiserweight champion. That's all we knew. We was like, man, here he go trying to pad his legacy. Makabu lost to Badu Jack. Now, we know Badu Jack a little more than Makabu. And then that's why he started talking with Badu Jack. Oh yeah, Angel. And guess what, man? I think that El Rayo would have shocked a lot of people in that fight. I'll just say that. But I find it strange, Angel. Don't you find it strange that Tank ain't take that fight anyway? He's a champion. He's at 140. I'm the only person that found that weird. I'm like, all right, well, it's El Rayo. Go do it. He didn't do it. But nobody saw that but me. I was like, man, it's El Rayo, right? Who already had a knockout loss, right? What is going on? MXC, salute. Truly Israel in that super chat. Much love. He says, top of the morning, Drew. It's funny how everybody's trying to push up against Haney because he lost. Now they're saying Catterall versus Haney. Clowns with boxing would never do that. 100. Bro. Now Jack Catterall. Okay. All right, fine. You know, let's give Jack Catterall his props. But never forget, Devin made Regis look worse. In fact, he got on Twitter and said, I saw the tweet. He said, what did he say? He said, what did he say? He ruined Regis. I think that's what he said. Intelligent Savage, salute. I ruined Regis. I think that's the tweet I saw. If y'all saw something, if that's not what he said, correct me, please. Yeah, King Vonnie, Haney didn't lose. Yeah, that's another thing. He didn't lose. But you know, but you know what people are saying. They can't unsee the left hook. So that's the basis of what people are going off of. So I get it. So now it's Jack Catterall. But Regis was already washed up. And I don't care what he said at the end of that fight. And who washed him? Devin. Y'all want to talk about weight? Fine. You want to talk about weight? Devin's a weight bully? Okay. He made 140. All right. For 7 years, he was at 135, draining himself. Yeah, I didn't say anything. Is Carlos Tata Boldemir? Was he a weight bully? Y'all know about his weight escapades? He was able to make 147, but people around him said, yo, that man walks around at like 200 pounds, man. So when he fought Zab Judah, I don't recall the weight on fight night, but he had to have been about 165. Go back and look at the fight on YouTube. And by the way, I really don't like saying that dude's name because he was arrested for a heinous crime, and I'll just say that. But he was like 165 when he fought Zab on fight night. But if he made 147 the night before, that's just the rule. If the athletic commissions in these states say, okay, you can't rehydrate past 10 pounds, I still don't see Devin violating that rule. He's been professional the whole time. Tank is the one that missed weight. Shakur's the ones that missed weight, but Devin's the weight bully though, right? And he was willing to stay at 135 for Tank. He was willing to stay at 135 and put his undisputed on the line for Shakur. But he's a weight bully though, right? On fight night, was Regis 140 or was he 152? Stop it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, these people are just anything. Truly Israel back in that super chat. Sluty said, Brother Drew, they only saying that to reflect. They would never give Haney and Jack Catterall. That'll be a free win. Respect to Catterall as well. Now, I get what you're saying, brother. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. If Devin ends up getting in the ring with Jack, and we don't know how the fight's gonna look. I'm just saying as an example. If Devin gets in the ring with Jack, and it looks like George Kambosos both fights, they're just gonna cut Jack down and say, well, who was he anyway? I don't know. Who was he? Hold on, y'all. Sorry. Supreme beast in the business. Truly Israel, salute. Kenny, what's good? Somebody's sending me these. Shout out to the usual suspect. Somebody's texting me right now. It's kind of important. I'm sorry. Anyway. Flatboy plays in the building. True Boxing Night. Salute. Jack only beat Josh Taylor. He was robbed in the first fight. Got it right the second one. And then we giving him credit for beating Regis Prograis, but who beat Regis Prograis first and shut him out like that? He never got shut out. He fought a hard fight against Josh Taylor. Fought a hard fight against Jack Catterall. He lost to both men, right? But who smoked him and made it look easy? Devin. So if Devin gets in there with Catterall, and by round 5, we're looking at a cakewalk, all they're going to do is discredit Devin again. And be like, well, what weight was he on fight night? He was like 170. You had writers talking about, I can't put Devin as a top-tier guy until he beats Tank and Rackety. Remember that? No one's even talking about him anymore. What happened to that? Rackety. What happened to that? No one's even talking about him anymore. This is how messed up fans are. Remember 1 minute, he kills people in the ring. He'll beat Devin. What happened? Y'all not even calling for him to fight. Y'all just threw him out. It was never about him. It was about hating Devin. It's never about him. Dude said Devin had to fight Boots. He had to fight Canelo. Y'all remember? I read that article on my live one day. He had to fight Boots. He had to fight Canelo. And had him in there with David Benavidez. Y'all remember that? I said, what the hell is this? And I scrolled down. I looked at the comments. Yeah, well, that's true because Devin do walk around at 170. I'm like, what are y'all doing, man? What are y'all doing, man? Ricky Hatton was called Ricky Fatten. Xavier, what up, bro? Ricky Hatton used to balloon up to 200 pounds. Matter of fact, in one of his fights, he came out in a fat suit. Because when he wasn't training, he had no fights lined up, he would go down to the pub and drink beer and eat pretzels and do what he want. Half of his camp would be a fat camp. Ricky Fatten, y'all remember that? Because when he got in shape, he was a welterweight. When he got in shape. But when he wasn't, look at him right now, he has like 3 chins and a pot belly. He's a fat boy. Y'all seen Prince Nassim Hamed lately? He's a fat boy. Alan Levant, salute. It's no disrespect. Shower, salute, sis. We seen pictures of Tank out of shape. He was at a fight one day and somebody put the Cabbage Patch Kid face on him. I was screaming like, yo, who did this? Crazy stuff. But I want to know what his fan base is saying about this. If you was going to Houston and waiting for tickets, what do you think's going on? And I asked y'all a question. Do y'all think that $3 million is enough to get him in the ring? You know that Al Haymon get you your money on the back end. But is Tank looking at Canelo and say, yo, man, how come he got his 200 and something million and I can't get mine straight up? Is this going to be a breach of contract? Because I also heard that at any point, Isaiah, salute. I also heard that at any point, Amazon could walk away from this deal. It's like, all right, we tried it. We're not seeing the results 3 or 4 fights in. Goodbye. Remember the old AOL? Goodbye. Goodbye. And if it's goodbye, then what? I think for the PBC, it'll be good night.
Good night.
Why are y'all making Rick Glasser right? Y'all, I'm going there now, y'all. I don't like that racist dude. But why y'all making him right now? You know how long he's been saying the books are crazy and they're in the red? They're going out of business. He's been saying that for like 7 years, man. Literally. No. I first interacted with Rick Glasser like in 2014. I wasn't on YouTube. I was on Facebook. I was in one of these god-awful groups. And I was having, Xavier might have been there. And I was having a conversation, and he spoke to me. I'm a boxing insider, #boxing, and I've had lunch with Roberto Duran. I said, you said all of that. You're telling me the PBC's going out of business. When? They should be out of business by 2015, 2016. There's no money over there, and they're in the red. I know someone who's seen the books, #boxing. And I said, okay, look, I don't know you to call you a liar. I'm not on here trying to disrespect anybody. All right? But it must be seen to believe, because right now all I see is them shining. They got an ABC deal. We saw Keith Thurman versus Sean Porter on free TV, man. We saw that on CBS, man. We saw Andre Ward versus what's the Spanish dude name? I forgot. We saw that on BET, and I mean PBC was making power moves. They had a deal with Fox at one point, Fox Sports. I said, look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know. I don't understand how the books work. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But I explained to him, I said, what I'm seeing as a supporter of the sport, and here was the other problem. As a supporter of the sport, I'm just seeing boxing, which is what I want. And at that same time, the Zone, Eddie Hearn, I was also first introduced to Eddie Hearn. And he was talking all crazy and with these shades on. I'm like, who is this dude? James Bond, James Caan, because I don't believe him. He's conning us. Who is this Anthony Joshua kid? Okay, let's watch. Let's see how good he is. Oh, the DAZN dap. Oh, he got endless money, and he got $1 billion bag from this Russian, and he's going to buy the PBC fighters. And I was like, what's this obsession with buying the PBC fighters? What is this obsession with putting the black man out of business? And then it turned into that. And then we started defending Al Heyman because it could have been business, but a lot of this was race-driven. A lot of it was. Then they tried to sue him for the Muhammad Ali Act. You remember all of this? And then it turned into, y'all just dumping on this brother. Y'all just dumping on him. Stop. Stop doing that. And then the racist stuff started coming about. And I'm like, man, I don't even talk to anybody, and y'all attacking him. And then Rick Glasser, a lot of his comments did turn racist. And I'm like, man, F this dude. But now we're in 2024. And I'm asking, why y'all making him right? What's really going on? Let me ask you another question. At what point did you hear me say I want Tank to go broke? Never heard me say that. The only fighter that I could say I legitimately want to see broken in the gutter, dusted out, is Tyson Fury. And y'all know why. I never said that about Tank. I tell you, I hate him. Because I hate how he behaves. As a black man, I would never have no dude like that in my set. He's a piece of shit. He's a fake Muslim. He's a fake black man. And he's not giving me what I want as a supporter of the sport. Lamont Roach. You know what? When Andre Ward told Gennady Golovkin, you better not come near 168 because you're going to have to see me. The world told Andre Ward, stop bullying little Golovkin. Go fight Kovalev. Kovalev was at 175. Andre Ward was at 168. Gennady Golovkin was at 160. And Gennady Golovkin was talking about, I want to go up to fight Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. And Andre Ward said, you're not doing that. You're fighting me. And they called Andre Ward the bully. Remember that? And they protected Triple G. You know Triple G? That was better than Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Remember they were trying, HBO was trying to push that on us? Remember that? So Andre Ward had to stop bullying Gennady Golovkin, but he had to go up the weight to fight the Crusher Kovalev. And he beat KK Kovalev when he was the Crusher. Remember that? Where's the protection for Lamont Roach? And I know Lamont Roach is game, but where's the protection for him? Where's everybody telling Tank, man, stop bullying him and go up and fight Teofimo Lopez for calling you a monkey? Go up and fight Devin Haney. That's the fight we all want to see. Go fight Shakur, who's literally standing next to you. Go up and fight El Rayo. He was going to go up and fight Isaac Cruz anyway for that WBC strap. You know what Tank pulled? Tank also pulled the Bermain Stavern. Tay-Tay, salute, good morning. He pulled the Bermain Stavern. Drew, what you talking about? No, I'm sorry. Let me be clear. He pulled a Vladimir Klitschko. Oh, I'm going there. Drew, what are you talking about? No Tank fan knows what I'm talking about right now. That's why they're quiet. He pulled the Vladimir Klitschko. Do y'all understand what I'm about to say? Some of y'all might. I'm gonna explain it. Exactly, Pete. Triple G called out Mayweather. Mayweather's at 147. Triple G's at 160. He pulled a Vladimir Klitschko. Vladimir Klitschko. He said, I want all the belts back in the family when his brother Vitaly retired. I want that Bermain Stavern smoke because I want all the belts back in the family. That's what he said. Enter Deontay Wilder. He smoked Bermain Stavern not once, but twice. And the belt was still there around his waist. D was like, what it do? And Vladimir started speaking German.
Whoa! What?
Or Russian or Ukrainian or whatever it was that he spoke. When he fought in Germany, but he speaks Russian or Ukrainian. If there's I don't think there's a difference, but whatever. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember when Shelly Finkel was like, nah, I'm promoting both these guys. I'm not letting them fight. That was why the fight didn't happen. But Deontay was like, I want the smoke. And he knew him already. He's been in the ring with him. They sparred already. And all of a sudden, Vladimir Klitschko was no longer interested in the WBC strap. We're just going to ignore that? Well, how does that relate to Tank? Well, I'll tell you. Tank wanted the WBC strap from Isaac Cruz when he beat Rolly Romero for it. Was it the WBC? I could be wrong. Y'all check me if I'm wrong. But he beat him for a belt. Darius, salute. He beat him for a belt. And Tank said, I want that. I fought him already. I'm going to fight him again for it. I'm going to go to the 140 mark for that. Well, El Rayo steps in and lost. Well, he won. Isaac lost. Now El Rayo got the belt. They reach out to El Rayo. El Rayo says, let's do it. Wait a minute. I'm not coming back to 135. I'm a champion at 140. We'll fight you, but at the full 140. And Tank couldn't find his pen. He couldn't find his pen. And we got no fight. And Tank fans, now y'all don't have a fight. According to the news now, everything is subject to change. Everything is subject to change. Oh yeah, Tay-Tay, Triple G was on Floyd's bumper. And I'm like, yo, you're a middleweight, dude. Where's the protection for Floyd? No, his defense is good. Go up. They wanted Floyd to fight Manny Pacquiao with no drug testing. They wanted him to go to 160 to fight Triple G. But as soon as Andre Ward told Golovkin, don't come to the division that I run unless you're fighting me, they called him a bully. And then in the same breath, they said, won't you go up and fight KK Kovalev? And he did it twice. We always got to go above and beyond. And you see, it's unfortunate because a lot of these new fans, they don't understand how the world works. That's why I made this meme the way I did. Because you see how they look at Canelo. He's in a polo shirt. He got the Pert Plus hair. He's magazine ready, right? He's a fighter. He even look like a fighter. He's a handsome lad. And they consider him the best boxer in the world. And now look at that picture of Tank. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how they see us. That's the face of boxing? I don't think so. He's tatted up from ankle to his neck. No, the top. He only got tats on his face? Yeah. See, y'all don't know how the world works. So when we say certain things, y'all don't even understand why we're saying them. Y'all are too young to even remember what Floyd went through 15 years ago. He had to embrace being the villain to sell seats. Because Salute the Champ side, he said this all the time. Boxing needs a villain. They need a black villain. And if they can make us the punching bag, they will. So when I said things like Tank was supposed to break bread with Frank Martin, Devin Haney, Shakur, he's supposed to break bread with his brothers. You were supposed to freeze out Ryan Garcia. And now you see why. Because as soon as he's caught being the cheater that he is, he reveals that he's racist. Instead of y'all saying, yo, nah, get out of here with that. Instead of y'all doing that, all y'all know is that you hate Devin much more. Why do you hate Devin much more? Because he's the rival of a fighter you de-suck over? Is it that serious? You would rather see him fight Lamont Roach because you know he's gonna win than fight Devin Haney because you're not sure about that. And I don't care if you feel you're sure. I'm gonna say Tank's not sure. Why? They haven't fought yet. Why haven't they fought? Are y'all paying attention or are y'all just lollygagging through life? That's why I picked this picture of Canelo. This is what the world looks at. He's Mexican, but he got red hair, looks like that. Sure, he has tattoos. When he's speaking in Spanish, he's well spoken. He conducts himself like a champion. And then you look at Tank, slurred speech. Not because he has a mental disorder, but because he just talks like that. I don't know what his highest education completed is. I don't know. But he looks like every criminal on the corner of Baltimore. And the fact that you niggas identify with that is alarming. That is alarming. And that's nothing to aspire to be. My son wouldn't look up to that. I promise you he wouldn't. I didn't look up to rappers. I have a father. I have uncles. I jammed to their music, but they weren't my idols. I knew better. We all loved Hulk Hogan growing up, but I understood. It's not my dad. And we're in a business where the black man has to be a villain. He can't be well-spoken. Do y'all understand that Andre Ward was treated just as bad as Floyd Mayweather, and they are complete polar opposites of one another? You see, a lot of you Tank fans weren't even around for that. We're going back 15 years now, y'all. Tell me I'm lying. They talk crazy about Andre Ward just like they talk crazy about Floyd. And then when I said, yo, man, this is racist. No, it's not. Why are you playing the race card? I'm like, well, For the same reasons you say you hate Floyd, why do you hate Andre Ward? Oh, well, he's not active. Well, he's injured. Well, that's what he say. I don't believe him. Why don't you believe him? What are you talking about? And when he come back and beat Kovalev, oh, they cheated for him. Fine, they ran it back. He knocks out Kovalev. Oh, he was low blows. Man, he can't win for losing, man. But meanwhile, Bivol and Beterbiev, whom I don't have a problem with as fighters, but understand, they walked around at 175, one fight away from undisputed, for goddamn 6 years, damn near. And there was no pressure on them to fight each other. No pressure. That's how I know y'all are not boxing fans. For the longest, I was like, why aren't these dudes fighting? There's one fight from undisputed. Oh, okay, there's no money in it, but so what? No one can tell me who the belt holder is a cruiserweight at right now, outside of Badu Jack. Who else is a champion at cruiserweight? Y'all don't know. Who's a WBC champion at strawweight? We don't know. We know he's not American. You don't know. Thank you, Shower. He's keeping that division afloat. And he's not going to be there long. If you're in cruiserweight, it's just a stop. It's a truck stop. You go there, you fuel up, you use the bathroom, you get some food, and you're on your way to the heavyweight division. Know what I mean? That's why I look at these Tank fans strange. Y'all really don't understand the landscape and what's going on. Y'all understand the meme now? You see what's standing behind Tank? A bunch of smuts wanting to be all up in the picture. Just rooting for him unconditionally. They need to take the wigs off and hit the gym. And wash your meow meow. Because that's how y'all looking right now. And this was, I didn't even consider this. I never thought that they would have a problem with the venue. What, the building's falling? It's not safe in there? What's going on? The seats are loose? The roof is about to cave in? What's going on? And then Blue Blood starts dropping the signs on it like, nope, don't believe that. Don't believe that. It's money. They want to give Tank $3 million. He don't want to walk to the ring. Now, the reason why I asked y'all, is $3 million enough for Tank to get to the ring? Most Tank supporters will be like, no, he's worth more. I'll give you that. I think so. So why is it that $3 million is not enough for Tank to get into the ring and operate off his back end money? But y'all wanted Devin Haney to walk to the ring and fight Sandor Martin for 1.5.
Whoa! What the that's kind of pretty before it gets started, ain't it? Oh, Froggy when he courtin', he did ride Crambo. Froggy when he courtin', he did ride Crambo.
Shut up! Don't make sense, right? Devin just made, I don't know what he made. It was like 30 million. More than that, versus Ryan. And then got cheated and all that other stuff. How the hell you go from 30 million to 1.5? You're not supposed to take that. That's bad. That means going into the next fight, you can't exercise your A side. Well, you took 1.5 against Sandor. So why would you take that again? No, you don't do that. He's worth more. DJ Zion Love, salute. Y'all remember that Ashton Kutcher program on MTV called Punked? You remember that? I was watching the episode where they punked Usher. And Usher's brother got caught shoplifting at this store. That was the prank. So Usher comes in by himself, right? By himself. Usher comes in. Let me highlight this so I don't miss it. He comes in and his brother's sitting there, And the dude was saying, yeah, we caught your brother shoplifting out the women's section. And he said, the women's section? His brother sitting there. I'm laughing my ass off, right? So then the dude said, yo, look, we won't call the police, because they told him he stole like hundreds of thousands of stuff, and they caught him, and he's supposed to go to jail. But they told Usher, we'll let him go, and we won't call the police. We'll let him go in your custody. Let him go to you. We'll forget about it, but we just need you to do something for us. He was like, what? He said, could you just sing this jingle for us in front of our store? He handed him a piece of paper, and Usher looked at him, and he said, how much you paying me? I said, oh shit. PGH, what up? And he said, like, he gave him some off amount. He said, well, you know, we're a big company, but we're a small store. We don't have that much. And he gave them, and he gave Usher an amount. And you know what Usher said? He said, I'm worth way more than that. Now stop right there. I said, that's true. So if this was a real situation, Usher's brother would have just had to take his ass to jail. If you call Usher to sing at your wedding, he'll do it, but the price better be correct. And I'm going to assume walking in the door to even talk to Usher, hey man, I want Usher to perform at my venue. What's the venue? Is it safe? Yada, yada, yada. Well, coming through the door, Usher's not doing anything for anything. He's not singing a note for anything less than $500K. I'm just throwing a number out there. I don't know. He's not doing anything less than $500K. You got to have this conversation. All right, you're talking to his guy. I'm the guy that calls the guy who calls the guy who calls the guy. So I'm telling you straight up, he's not even speaking to you unless you can prove that you have $500K. Devin just did 30-something million. I don't even know I know it was in the millions. I know that. I know Ryan saw 50 on the back end, whatever. Now Ryan got caught cheating and everything else. You think he's fighting for 1.5 million? Try that. I'm telling you he's not. Well, he may have to after he gets the pantsuit off him. But y'all get it. My brother Slip the Jab says, Drew, if Tank believed his fans would come through with the pay-per-view money, he would negotiate, but he doesn't, so he ain't doing it. But $3 million with back-end negotiations, Roach would be enough. For Roach would be enough. Y'all see what I'm saying? Now, you listen, y'all can get mad. I'm just asking the question. If you're going to pop your junk in the chat, at least come with some facts. Blue will be live later, and he's going to have a bunch of haters in there. All I'm saying is what I always say. Prove him wrong. Because this right here is deeper than Tank. PGH, salute. Eric L. said, you remember that episode? He still wouldn't take a pay cut for the song. Exactly. Now I had the store say, yo, look, we're not going to call the cops. We're going to give them to you. We didn't even know this was your brother until he said it. So now you're here. Here, could you sing this song for us? And they told him what they were going to pay him. He said, I'm worth way more than that. Which means if this was a real situation, his brother would have had to go to jail. Yeah, Cabo, but you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? You can't even talk to these dudes. Why? If they take less money, they're hurting themselves. So I get it. I get it. So if Tank says I'm worth more to walk to the ring at $3 million, I get it. I think he's worth more than that. I think he's worth more than that. Now, right on cue. What did I just say? What was the last word I said? I said I think Tank is worth more than that. And enter press. Let me ask y'all a question. Am I hating on Tank? Press, how long you been here? Press, how long you been here? How long have you been here? You're calling this a rant. How much of the rant have you heard? At the top of this broadcast, what did I say? Tank fans can read, but comprehension is really bad. You just got here. Thank you, young man. I keep telling you, stop doing that. I keep telling you to stop doing that. Check the temperature of the room. This is really not a Tank hate video. It's not. What does the title say? What does the title say? You see what I mean? You got to be patient with these young kids. You got to be patient. You got to be patient. Yeah, Chesapeake, he might be on my other page. He might be on Pep Talk. The title says Canelo was paid, Tank was played. That means I'm asking a question. You see the question marks there? You see that one question mark in the meme? You see the 4 question marks in the title? It says Canelo was paid. Was Tank played? When you just walked in the door, you heard me say, I think Tank is worth more than $3 million to walk to the ring. I agree. So why won't we have an event? Why don't we have an event in Houston? We're hearing that the event is canceled. Things are subject to change. Press also missed when I said, I never said I hope Tank loses his bread. There's only one fighter in the world that I want to lose everything, and that's Tyson Fury. When did you hear me say I want Tank to go broke and be drugged out and smoked out? And never said that about him. I said I hate the kid because of how he moves as a black man. When did you hear me say I want him broken in the gutter? Never said that. You also heard me say if it's true they want to pay him $3 million just to walk to the ring, and he said no, I agree with him. But the question is, what the fuck is going on with the PBC? This is a domino effect. It's bigger than Tank. Because if the Tank fight don't happen, Press, if the Tank fight don't happen, Jamal Charlo's not fighting Andre. And why were they trying to get David Benavidez and David Morrell on that card? That's a card in itself. Huh? And now I'm hearing Jamal Charlo's pissed off because Tank won't go to the ring. And now he can't get paid. Jeff Sparks, salute. Now he can't get paid and fight Andre because Tank is the main event. He's not fighting. So is there something wrong with the venue? Why? The venue's asking for more money? Is it under construction? Is there another event that they see more value in over this fight? What's going on? Because Tank is a star. It's a complete contradiction to what they're telling us. Meanwhile, Canelo got all his money. Press, let me ask you a question. How much money was in the Prime deal for Tank? Don't help him, y'all. Don't help him. Do not help him. Don't answer for him. I'm asking him. I want to see how much he knows. Because I was told 2 prices and I never questioned it. I know if Canelo was throwing an event in Houston on that date, they wouldn't have a problem. And that's the truth. If Canelo announced I'm fighting William Skull on the same day that Tank is fighting, they're booking that event. And I'd want to see that. William Skull is a crafty Cuban fighter. I'd want to see that. Fresh, you still here, young man? I'm just asking. What was the price? Because we were all told. What was the price? The blockbuster 7-fight deal. What was the price that he was paid? That Tank was paid. What was the price? Do you know, Press? I'll give you time to Google it. 30 million. It wasn't 30 million, young man. That's not the price we got. Slip the jab. Slip the jab. What was the price? What was the number we got? It wasn't 30 million, brother. No, it wasn't. No, it was way more than that, brother. It was way more than that, which is why this is all the more confusing. Now, you see what I'm saying? This young man is a Tank fan, right? Okay. What was the number we got? Blockbuster deal, Amazon Prime, Tank was paid how many million? You know what? Anyone put it in the chat. How many million? Because I said, man, that's impressive. That's what I said. I said, man, that's what's up. That's what's up. He got 7 fights. Devin and Shakur got to be at least 2 of those. Thank you, press. It was $250 million. Now I'm going to ask you another question, young man, because this is the education. This is where the education starts. If he was paid, because I asked people, was he paid that straight up? And people told me yes. So the money's is in his account. That's what I was told. Question, press. If he was paid $250 million, how is he beefing about $3 million just to walk to the ring? What's the problem? You got 250. Why are you beefing about 3? Because that's the word. I'm confused. Educate me. Somebody educate me. Yeah, Shawa, it's Devin, it's AJ and Wilder all over again. Oh, word slip? Yeah, I'm sorry. You see what I mean? You said the PBC is having venue problems, plus the fight he's having with Lamont doesn't help with making the most money, and they have Canelo in their stable. Here's the deal. Canelo got his money straight up, which is why in the meme you say Canelo was paid. He told Al Heyman, you're not going to back in money, you're going to pay me up front, because that's how I work. So he got his bread, which is why he's not complaining. Tank didn't get his bread. And there is no problem with the venue. The venue's not falling apart. They don't have construction issues. There's nothing going on that weekend. So what problem does the venue have? But there's something you said in that statement. You said the fight he's having with Lamont doesn't help making the most money. Stop right there. Because that's the most educated thing you've said in my chat ever. We're next to you saying that buying a pair of jeans that worth $1,000 when you make $30,000 a year isn't the best, investment. So this is the second smartest thing you've said in my chat. Stop right there, young man. You see? The fight with Lamont doesn't help. They're not getting a return on their investment. So throw out the venue problems. Because you know what the problem with the venue is? Money. We have to know you're renting out our venue. We have to know we're going to get an ROI, a return on our investment, and make some money. We're going to make some money. It costs something million dollars to throw your event. So you're going to pay us. We also want to make money. How much money? So if it costs, I'm just going to throw a number out there. If it costs $2 million to rent out the place, because you got to factor in, we got to pay the popcorn staff, the people selling soft drinks, the people that sell a little alcohol, maintenance to clean up shit, to repair lights that break. That's going to cost us $2 million to make the show run. But we also have to make money on it. We also want to make about $1 million, and that's a low ball. I'm just throwing some stuff out there. So you're telling me this guy Tank is fighting this guy Lamont Roach. You're telling me I gotta wait to see the pay-per-view sales? You have to write us a promise that you're gonna pay us? We don't operate off of promises, because what if you anticipate making $50 million and you don't make it? You might have the money to pay us to run the event, but we also in the business of making money. So PBC, I don't know if your event is going to carry enough weight to meet our payment, our criteria of what we anticipate making money. Now, you told us this kid is the good. You told us this kid is the face of boxing. But I'm looking at your card. Why are you throwing so many rock stars on this card? You got Jamal Charlo and Andre, which would have been a good fight about 6 or 7 years ago. And now you're trying to get David Benavidez and David Morrell on that card, and they were like, nah, you're not putting us on the undercard. David Benavidez is his own entity at this point. Not that fight, no. So when they're trying to do that, you're like, yo, wait, hold on. Dial it back. I thought Tank's name enough would carry the weight, and now we're seeing it's not. It shouldn't matter what Tank does. Question. Canelo Alvarez fought Avni Yildirim on DAZN. He still had his money from DAZN. He fought John Ryder. Nobody was checking for that. He still got his bread. Now Tank won't walk. He won't even walk to the ring with his upfront money is $3 million, and I'm saying he's worth more than that. So if they don't have the $10 million to make him just walk to the ring, my question is, Canelo was paid, but was Tank played? In other words, that $250 million press, he didn't get it. He didn't get it. So the bigger question is, forget Tank for a minute, the PBC has a stable of fighters. Nobody's getting paid. And Rick Glasser was right. It took him about 15 years, but he's right. Unbelievable, right? His racist ass. And the PBC done made him right when they didn't have to. The first thing they shouldn't have did was give Canelo all that money. The second thing they should have did was not promise Tank all that money. Pay to perform. Let's lock down fighting your contemporaries, and you could have made more money. But what do I know? I'm just on YouTube. Truly Israel in that super chat, he says Devin Haney didn't want to take $3 million for the Paro fight, and he was considered a dub. Tank doesn't want to take $3 million for Lamont. What is he? Thank you, Truly Israel. Fight Paro, $3 million. I'm worth more. You a dub! Yo, man, walk to the ring for $3 million, beat up Lamont Roach, who's in a lighter weight class than you, and you'll get your money on the back end like you've been doing, and now you're saying no because Canelo got his shit straight up? You're not Canelo, buddy. You're not Canelo. You're not Canelo. Corbin, what up? You're not Canelo, bro. If there's ever a question about who the face of boxing is, you got to go with Canelo. We speak at their facts. We're not speaking race right now. I'm speaking the facts. Now look at the Canelo picture. It makes sense now? Does it make sense now? Plus, if Canelo retired today, does he not go to the Hall of Fame? Canelo could say I was undisputed at 168. Canelo could say I fought Floyd Mayweather. I got smoked out, but I fought him. I fought Caleb Plant. I fought Miguel Cotto. Canelo has Hall of Famers on his resume. You know that, right? I've generated X amount of dollars. I have a Hall of Fame resume. I went up to 175 and tried my luck. It didn't work out, but I fought Dimitri Bivol. Now, we could talk about what he didn't do. We could. But what he did do, if he hung it up right now, what he did do outweighs what he didn't do. Because right now, the only thing I want him to do is fight David Benavidez. Win or lose. That's the only thing. And guess what? He don't have to do that if he doesn't want to. He's still going to Hall of Fame. Same thing with Manny Pacquiao. There's some things I want to see him do. He didn't do it, but he did enough. He did enough. Hall of Fame. Floyd Mayweather. Everyone loves to talk about what he didn't do, right? But he did enough. Hall of Fame. Tim Bradley. Hall of Fame. If Tank Davis stopped fighting right now, is he going to Hall of Fame? No. Now, press, I need you to listen to me carefully. If the PBC folds, where's he going? That's tomorrow's show. If it folds, where's he going? Can he promote himself? Is he that smart? Is he surrounded with some smart people that can do that? When was the last time Floyd Mayweather mentioned Al Heyman? And Al Heyman's sick right now. That's the word. He hasn't said a thing. Which makes me wonder. This is the part where he would kind of need Floyd to navigate through business. Is Tank smart enough to work himself? I know DHP is.
What are you, a homo?
Uh-oh. One more time. I know DHP is. They're just fine. Can Tank do it? I'm asking because I don't know. Can he do it? Can he promote himself? If so, what can he do? Because right now, he's showing you his brilliant boxing mind, him and his team, by thinking they could shove Lamont Roach in our face. Impress your own words, you said. They're having problems with the venue, and it's because of his choice of opponent. And I asked you to dial it back. What's wrong with the venue? You know what's wrong with the venue? The venue's not getting a return on their investment. Blue Blood told us it's money. They don't have construction problems there. AJ Moore, salute to you. Shemaine, what up? Snacks, what up? There's no problem with that venue. They're not making a decision between, okay, it's our football or baseball or basketball team or this Tank Davis fight. Because if Tank a star, they shut shit down. Canelo comes through and shut shit down. Now we're seeing that Tank doesn't do that no matter who he fights. Now we're seeing it. And now a whole card is about to get scrapped, which was shaping up to look pretty good. Because nobody wants to invest. They're not the people that they're trying to get to invest in this event, they're not sure they're going to get a return on their investment. So when Blue Blood said, yo, the money's not right. Well, hold on. Then you find out, press, it's not only Tank. Errol Spence hasn't fought in how long? And they push back the Fundora fight. I think Errol's ready to go. The Inferno's ready to go. But they ain't fighting. Why? Because there's no money there. They don't have a venue. There's no promotion. Exactly, Rod. Al was not even supporting him in those pointless exhibitions. It's ridiculous. Look at the PBC's landscape. But you know what? Through all of this going on, with these fighters scrambling like eggs on a Sunday morning, yo, what we gonna do? What's going on? What's happening? We ain't got no venue, ain't no money. What's going on? Tank, you gonna fight? $3 million, I ain't walking to the ring. Oh, come on. I'm not gonna get paid because I'm fighting on the undercard. I'm not gonna get paid if you don't even fight. What's wrong with the venue? The owner of the building saying, well, look, we trying to make money. Y'all can pay to rent it out, but we got to pay staff. We need another $1 million to pay them, and I need to walk away with at least $1 million in my pocket for hosting the event. You can't promise me money on the back end spread out over 2 years. No, I need my money now, because that's what I heard the PBC was doing. We'll give you $5 million straight up. And we anticipate it making 50, and that's what you'll get. And these guys be on you back end, and you get 50 million spread out over 10 years. Huh? I want my money now. And through all of that shit, you know who got their money straight up? Canelo. And that's why I put that picture of him there smiling like a boss. I got my money. Guess what? He got his money straight up. And you know what else he probably got? Back end money. No. Here's my cost. For me to walk in the door, for me to agree to fight on the PBC, I want 200 plus million. No, well, Canelo, we'll give you 100, but you'll get the other 150 off the fight. Nope. Pay me straight up. Okay. And I want a percentage on the back end money because I'm a star. And they gave it to him. So when I heard Tank got that 250, I said, okay. I never quit. Tank, Chad, this is the first time he even speaking about his bread because I didn't care. And now I'm speaking about his bread, but it's bigger because I'm hearing all this stuff about the PBC in general, whom we've supported as a collective over the last 14 years. And now we're finding out all of this stuff. Fighters not getting paid. Now they can't afford to secure a venue. But Tank is a star, so you mean to tell me your star and Tank Davis isn't a bigger name enough for them to host a venue? They don't have no faith in him for the stars to come out and support him? So I'm asking what's going on. Canelo was paid. Was Tank played? It looks like it. So now the next question is he smart enough to move and shake on his own? Like DHP. Now you're about to see some shit. Exactly, Sister Jab, and I agree 100%. The fans have been bled dry. He said, how long did they think people were going to be falling for the play? The money bubble was bound to burst at some point. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. See what I mean? See? So, press, if you're listening, this wasn't an attack. This was one big question. This was one big WTF. What is going on? And press, as a supporter, if you just stick to the X's and the O's in the ring and you're a fan to that degree, then fine. But if you just like watching Tank work, leave it there. Because what I'm talking about here is what I don't like talking about. Because Tank is getting affected financially, and a whole lot of fighters on the PBC roster who were just singing Al's praises for the last 14 years. Press, where were you 14 years ago? You was probably, well, hopefully you using school. You in your 20s? Shit. You was probably 14. You was probably 10 or 14 years old. 14 years ago. We've been at this that long, protecting Al Heyman, talking up their roster, protecting his integrity as a black man, protecting Tank. So now here we are, square one, and I have on my black hat now because the majority of, we consider the PBC a black-owned, black-operated business because of Al Heyman, who has a majority of black fighters. But let me go here. You ready for this? How Canelo got his bag up front and the young black man did not.
Whoa! What the
What? Y'all paying attention or not? Steve L, my brother, salute. So at the end of the day, in 2025, I'll be shocked if PBC makes it out of 2025. And I'm not wishing ill harm on anybody. I'm just saying I'll be shocked. If they get to 2025, I'll be shocked. I don't know. Right now, the boxing world is looking at the PBC and they're like,
this should be in the trash.
So it's whatever, y'all. Get out of here. I'm gonna head to the gym. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelda, Cash App, the chat. This wasn't a diss video. This was a question. So y'all watching this and y'all want to enlighten me in the chat, please enlighten me. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. You tell me what's going on. Kamara, salute. And more on this topic tomorrow because these streets are getting greasy. Pep Talk tonight, don't miss it. I got more questions. And the general should be on later. Salute to y'all, man. Bronx on deck.
Move!
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.